Hi, this is Brent Berrutis, President and CEO of the Partnership Group, Sponsorship Specialists. I hope you're listening to this while you're self-isolating in your own home, where I am right now in my own home. I hope you're safe. I hope you're healthy. But the only way that we can all remain safe and healthy is if we stay at home, if we self-isolate, and if we have to go out, make sure we're practicing social distancing. The only way that we're going to be able to flatten this curve against the COVID-19 pandemic is if we practice these elements. And if we continue to listen to and follow through on what our healthcare professionals and our three levels of government are telling us. That is essential. But even as COVID-19 continues to escalate, the world hasn't shut down operationally. We may be self-isolating, we may be in our own homes, hopefully, but we're in our own homes self-schooling or homeschooling our children, or they may be partaking in visual AV classes with their teachers. They may be doing it online, they may be self-teaching, we're all learning. These are all things that are happening right now, even though the pandemic is in full flight. Um, for us in the sponsorship industry, in the partnership industry, for those that are in nonprofits, for those that are in event management, for those that are in pro sports, amateur sports, running events, running programs, all fundraising, all those sorts of things, this is not a time for rest. We've encouraged all of our clients to communicate with their partners, and that's the key thing, is communication. And though we're self-isolating, we need to be communicating. We are a social creature, and that is important. So we need to communicate, though, with our partners for another reason, and that is to ensure that we're understanding what's going on with them. This is, I thought about this, and I did present this in my Tuesday morning commentary, or the TMC, last week, and I wanted to share it with you by video today. It's not an all-inclusive, it's not a comprehensive plan for how to move forward managing your sponsorship or partnership program, specifically during COVID-19, but it is a start, and it is what I want to call 5 high fives, or 5 simple tasks or elements, tips that you can undertake to move forward with your sponsorship program today. So first and foremost, number one is communicate with your partners, whether it's phone, whether it's Skype, whether it's Zoom communications, video conferencing, whether it's social, whether it's digital. It doesn't matter how, but you need to communicate with them. Find out how COVID-19 is affecting them. Has it put their company into high production mode, or are they laying off people? These are all different things that could happen as a result of COVID-19. And do you really know how it's affecting your partners? And that is the most important thing, is to reach out to them and find out how this awful pandemic is affecting them and their personal lives, but also that of their staff and their organizations. First and foremost, though, talk about them, ask about them, learn about them. And if they ask about you and your organization, feel free to share that. But as we've always said as an organization, it is about your partner. It's not about you. So let's take this time to find out if they're doing okay and what we can do to help them. Second thing I want to encourage is, this is not the time to ask for money or a renewal, or to keep their money even if your event's been canceled or postponed. There are others out there that are saying that this is the time to ask. I don't agree. There are exceptions to the rule, but they are very few and far between. So now is the time to be building relationships, to strengthen relationships, to show your partners that they truly mean more to you than just a check or implementation of an activation delivery. This is the time to understand your partners and truly build and strengthen those relationships that already exist. This is the time not to sell, but to be a true partner. The third thing is to understand the present needs of your partner. Perhaps they're a small business, perhaps they are a sponsor in a small business, and the money they've given you for an event in July, they need back for payroll. Well, that's fine. Give it back to them. Don't ask the questions, just give them the money. Maybe they're a larger organization and they turn around to you and say, hey, I know you've canceled the event for June, but you know what? We're going to be back next June. Just keep the money and we'll go from there. This is the time that you need to be able to understand the needs of your partner and deliver on those. So the fourth thing, how can you support your partner right now? And that's what we need to be looking at. Are they already in the marketplace doing some phenomenal things to help the homeless or to help our healthcare workers or any of those sorts of things? Then let's tweet about that. Let's post about that. Let's get an Instagram about that. Let's make sure that we're supporting our partners and showing the world what our partners are doing. Or perhaps it's us that's going to be doing something. Why aren't we going to our partners and asking them if they want to be part of this and if they want to share in helping in our community? Those are the things that can go a million miles down the road. And I encourage you to be communicating so you can understand these things and then deliver on them. Number five, and finally, I need you to understand that there is light at the end of the tunnel. There will be a new norm. The way we have done sponsorship and have done partnerships in the past is going to change. It's not going to be gone. It's not going to be changed 100%, but it will be different. And the way we engage in sponsorship over the next 2 weeks, 2 months, or 12 months, if that's what it takes, the changes we make today and the way we're interacting and going more digital and all of those elements, going virtual, all of those elements, they are going to be integrated into the new norm, the new normal. And now is the time to get on to that. The relationships that you build and enhance and further develop today and over the next several weeks and months because of COVID-19, those are the organizations and the relationships that will be there for you when the recovery period is finished. Once that panic driven, the people that are involved in panic driven situations and not thinking of the partner's best interest, but thinking only of their own, those are the ones that probably won't be there. There will be some purging. And those are the organizations that won't have partners in the future. I encourage you, take this time, build relationships, care about your partners, and see what you can do to help them. I hope this helps you. I will encourage you to stay safe, stay secure, to self-isolate, to social distance if you have to go out, and be healthy. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side of COVID-19.